Are you fucking mentally challenged?
No.
Do you stick your dick in the tailpipe of the short bus? What the fuck is
No.
wrong with you? See what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
What's up? Welcome to Up X episode 36, presented by 2 Sick TV. I'm your host, Sick Sensei. Joining me today is Sick Lawless.
What's up?
And Sick Psycho.
What's happening?
If you want to see your gameplay right here on the Up X podcast, we have a little bit new thing going on here. I'm having trouble getting everybody's gameplays, so here's what you got to do. Leave me a comment, tell me your gamer tag, and that you have a gameplay in the comment section below. And add to your friends list X2 Sick TV. It's going to be down below right there. So add that to your friends list, and I will go grab it from that game. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that PSN account and grab your gameplay from there. So it's going to be much easier. I'm going to go there once a week, grab your gameplay, delete the friends, and it's going to be much nicer. So another new thing we're going to do is right now I'm going to do a synopsis of the agenda and kind of go over what we're going to do, and then we're going to start
way
into
too
it.
many syllables. My brain's on the floor right now.
Pick it up. It's right over there. You got the shovel. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about Sony may have 20 new games announced at E3. That's a little bit of a rumor. We're also going to talk about Modern Warfare 3 maps coming to PS3. The new one's finally coming in. The Black Ops 2 trailer and a little thing that we might have caught or missed, but it's a good thing in our opinion. Xbox and Kinect for $99 coming out. Black Ops 2 pre-orders topping Modern Warfare 3. A Family Guy game coming out, hopefully fall this year. So, let's get on. Sony saying they might have 20 new games announced later this month at E3. My problem with this is that in previous episodes we've talked about how they need to focus their agenda. They need to focus their portfolio and bring us the best of the best and quit bringing us middle-of-the-road games, middle-of-the-road things that may sell a little bit. I mean, last year we saw Gears of War 3, Xbox exclusive, sold more than every PlayStation 3 exclusive all the way up until Twisted Metal. One game sold better than all the PlayStation 3 exclusives. Obviously, there's a problem here. Obviously, they're not focusing their manpower in the right way.
No,
and I mean,
they're trying to dabble in too much shit.
Exactly.
They're taking on too many projects at one time.
And basically, they just need to focus their portfolio. And right now, we're seeing, and I have an explanation for this. In the article I read earlier, is kind of questions, why is Sony showing huge titles like PlayStation Battle Royale, God of War, Ascension, and Little Big Planet Karting? Why are they showing them right now? Reason? I have your reason. Because right now, before E3, Sony's quiet. Nintendo's kind of quiet. All your game developers are kind of quiet. Only news out there is Sony. Everybody's talking Sony right now. You noticing that? Sony. They did this 2 years ago with Infamous and a couple other things. And they're releasing all these big things right now because before E3 because everybody gets to talk Sony while everybody else is trying to be quiet and trying to be clammed up. Now everybody gets to talk Sony, and it brings a lot of good PR.
But what's stupid is, they talk Sony, and then Sony gets on E3, and they bring all this
They got nothing
bullshit.
left to talk about.
They bring all this bullshit on E3, and then everybody's like, what the fuck, you suck, I'm going to Microsoft.
Exactly. They have nothing left to talk about. And E3 is like a big thing for us, right? Anybody in the gaming community, anybody watching this, you guys are definitely watching E3. You're watching that like hawks. And for us, we see things like PlayStation Battle Royale and God of War and Little Big Planet Karting, which nobody really cares about. We see all this, and we're over it. And by the time E3 comes around, we're all hyped up to see what's new, and PlayStation doesn't have much.
2 out of 3 of those games he just named, I was over when I heard about them.
God of War and Little Big Planet.
No, Super Sonic Smash Brothers and
Super Sonic Smash Brothers. Nice. That's the new name for it. Super Sonic Smash Brothers. I love it.
And it was just
So you're talking about Mod Nation Racers 2.0 with a Little Big Planet skin
much.
over the top of it?
I mean, that's all it is. Where's that developer?
It's made by United Front, the same developer who made Mod Nation Racers.
They're like, this is easy money right here.
Right?
At
It's
least
gonna be
Sony's
Mod
a
Nation.
fan of recycling. They're recycling their own ideas. They're recycling Nintendo's ideas.
Oh my God! Wow, they are recycling Nintendo's ideas. Think of PlayStation Move.
Yeah.
They're recycling everything. So, I mean, yeah, Little Big Planet Carton is pretty much going to be a Mod Nation Racers 2 with a skin of Little Big Planet on the top of it. And that's pretty, I mean, it's made by the same developers. That's all it can be.
Yeah.
But more on Sony news. Modern Warfare 3 maps finally coming to the PS3. We get Sanctuary and Foundation. Came to the 360 on April 10th. Now May 10th, we get the maps. Finally, Thursday, May 10th. The maps are finally coming to PS3. Obviously, it's always like a month late, right? It's always a month late. So I just wanted to bring that out. Depending on, we record this on Tuesday. It may come out Wednesday or Thursday. We don't know, but it's going to come out, and the maps are coming out. The maps are coming out for Elite Premium members. They're going to be free for you guys anyway. But more on Modern Warfare, more on Call of Duty news. Black Ops 2 trailer. We noticed something, and I got to give the credit where it's due, and it's an unfortunate place. But White Boy 7th Street pointed it out to me. I'm sure other people have pointed out, but this is where I got it from. And I realized after he said it that there was no Xbox outro to the video. And looking back in previous memory, there's always like that little Xbox outro to every Call of Duty thing that's going on. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice that. Was
What do
there
you
like
think?
a PlayStation one though?
There was nothing. There was
was
nothing.
nothing?
There was nothing. So
That's
what does that mean?
fine.
That means it's neutral?
If it's neutral, like I'd prefer that.
Everybody would prefer that.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody. I have both consoles. We all now have both
Yeah.
consoles, and I don't want anybody to get a lesser experience because somebody has money in their pocket. I really wouldn't want anybody to get that. So, does this mean the end of the Map Pack 1 month exclusivity for Xbox?
Yeah,
for
but,
Microsoft.
I mean, I would think so because, Microsoft took that on as we're going to pay all this money and people are going to buy our system because of it. And
A console mover because they don't have exclusives. They have a few, but they don't have as many exclusives to move consoles. They pick up Call of Duty and they make it kind of the better experience
But,
on Xbox.
It's 1 month, you're not.
But it's been a big deal. It has been a big deal
1 month
for a long.
big deal,
Yeah, it's been a big deal
Yeah.
for a long time.
Well, I just don't think it's not enough for me to decide whether or not I'm going to buy one console or the other personally, but I hope it goes neutral.
Well,
That shit's just all fucking stupid.
it's not a factor for me because I don't play Call of Duty anyway. But I mean,
It would be a factor. if you
generally
did.
speaking, like Battlefield,
the 1 week early on PlayStation,
I prefer having it on PlayStation.
and it's only a week,
But yeah, because
and that makes a difference.
dude, I mean, you got to realize how many hours you can put into those 2 maps or 3 or 4 maps in that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just having the content early. It's seeing everything early. That's
It's just a satisfaction of having
Exactly.
it early. It's
Exactly.
like,
That's what I was
I got it
getting to.
early and you don't.
Exactly. So hopefully, I pray, and I know a lot of you guys are praying that maybe there will be no more 1 month exclusivity, and it'll all come out at the same time. It'll be easy. The double XP weekends will be the same, and then your Nuketown 24/7 playlist will be the same.
Because think about that.
Because it's always been like this month and the next month, and it's always been kind of confusing and aggravating at the
the
same
one
time.
thing that I've seen is that like the Sony people don't realize, but they double dipping on the double XP through the releases because they release on Xbox like here's the map pack
but when
with double
when-
XP, but you also get double XP on Sony as well.
When Sony releases the Xbox, the map packs, Xbox gets the double XP too.
That
So it
shit's
works both ways.
Stupid anyway.
Yeah.
They need
So
to
anyway,
stop it.
hopefully, finally, we'll no longer have that 1 month exclusivity. But more on Black Ops 2 information. Amazon reports that Black Ops 2 pre-orders, the day that it was available to pre-order, tops Modern Warfare 3 pre-orders, and by 30%. That's a big number. 5%, 10%, that's a little. 30%. People are interested in this game. People want Black Ops 2.
Big
Sucks
old
to be
ball of
them.
shit is still
Yes.
rolling.
So as of right now, it's 10 times higher than the original Black Ops, and I know why. Right when Black Ops came out, people were down on Treyarch.
Yeah,
people did not trust Treyarch. Think back. People hated Treyarch.
Okay.
World at War was the last game
Yeah.
they made before Black Ops, and you got to understand. It's understandable that people were not. They didn't have that faith in Treyarch to build
Everybody
a
I
great
talked to
game.
was like, I'm not buying that
Yeah,
shit.
Black
Treyarch's
Ops,
the
yeah,
developer.
Treyarch. Exactly.
And then, just like us, we started seeing the trailers and shit that,
Just like we talked about last
released,
week with the, we were looking at it like, wow, this is looking really freaking cool when Black Ops originally came out, and so we started pre-order and everything like that. So now that Treyarch has been a trusted developer, thanks to Black Ops. Now Black Ops 2's come out, developed by Treyarch. Obviously, people are trusting them, and they're 10 times more than the original Black Ops, and 30% higher than Modern Warfare 3, which broke records across the board. Really, this is impressive. This is impressive numbers considering that I personally, so far, am not exactly intrigued 100% by Black Ops 2 trailer.
All right.
The Call of Duty fanboy isn't excited about it.
That's what I was
pretty
about
bad.
to say.
I'm excited, but I'm concerned at the same time. It's a cautiously optimistic at best. Is how I feel.
There's a handful of people that are viewing Call of Duty for what it is, and then there's the rest of the world that are like, it's the next Call of Duty game.
Yeah. This Call of Duty is going to be awesome, bar none.
Yeah. And
So Call of Duty, they just got to buy it every year. That's what you're saying. And those are the people that pre-order.
That's like the Madden people, dude. They buy Madden every year, no matter what comes out.
No matter what. No matter if they didn't change a goddamn thing.
FPS people, they buy Call of Duty
No
every year.
matter, they never change a goddamn thing. Madden's the one series that doesn't change anything.
The last time I played it, they added the hit stick in, and then
I played it in 05, and that was the end of it on PS2. Nonsense. But anyway, so no Xbox outro on the Black Ops 2 trailer, and that was just intriguing. Thank you, White Boy 7th Street, for bringing that up. It really could finally be, and there was rumors beforehand saying that, yeah, it could finally be the end of Microsoft's reign over Call of Duty, over Activision. But if they throw enough money at them, I guarantee you Activision's going to go right back into that boat.
I don't think that investing that kind of money into it is worth it. I don't think.
It's worth it. I think they're getting their money back. I think Microsoft is definitely getting their money back.
Else.
I mean, think about how many people are playing this on Xbox already. And you're just going to keep that's going to be a perpetuating cycle. It's going to keep going, and that's what it's been doing. And it's going to keep doing that. People, I mean, I got it on both consoles. Why? Because people play it on Xbox.
Now they have that market. They have all the people playing on the Xbox. They don't need the license anymore.
At that point, it may not be worth it.
Yeah, they don't need to. They can take all that money from that license and they can throw it on something else. They can throw it on another first
Halo
party.
4.
They can put on another first party game.
So we'll see what happens.
The people already have bought the console, so they don't need to push the console.
Throughout the last 4 games, they pretty much pushed it as hard as they could.
They've got their new 360 console mover, so
and that's already coming out. So more on Xbox, right? More on Xbox. Xbox Plus Connect bundle for $99. This is interesting. This is extremely interesting.
Yeah, I hate you.
And because you just bought an Xbox for probably much more than that.
You can't even buy the Connect by itself for $99.
You can't. The interesting part about this is the next-gen consoles. But here's what's going on right now. Today, you can go buy this Xbox Plus Connect bundle for $99. You get a 4-gig Xbox with Connect for $99, along with a 2-year gold membership contract. That's the key. That's the key. The contract.
No, I don't hate you anymore, then.
And the gold membership you have to have at $15 a month for 2 years.
That's pretty fucking expensive on the gold membership because I paid like $8 and some change.
8. I bought some cards day after Thanksgiving for $8 for 3 months at a time.
So like when you think about it, like
but
tack on a few extra bucks per month, but you're still getting the console and Connect for $99.
Entry fee is cheap.
Yeah,
that's the point. The entry fee is cheap, and then people can sign up, use their credit card, and then their money's going to disappear every month, and they don't care.
They're on a contract route.
They're on a contract, so it's just like it's just that's the second week in a row I've dropped in a row. So anyway, so it's just like thank you, sir. It's just like cell phone contracts.
Cell phones.
Where cell phones,
cable, all of that stuff. They go on contract.
So the cell phones that we buy, like I got a Razr, you got the iPhone, you got a phone. They are expensive as hell, right? If I wanted to buy my Razr outright, it's like $400 or $500. But I sign a 2-year contract and I get it for like $199, maybe $199, whatever it is, and I get it for cheap.
God bless corporate America.
But that's with me signing the 2-year contract. So that's kind of what Xbox is going with. And that's interesting because could that be the sale model that we're going to go with for the next generation console?
I hope not.
Why not, though? It's a cheap entry fee.
It's a cheap entry fee, but can these these companies, can they afford that? cheap entry fee.
So here's
for
one of the
themselves?
stipulations of the contract, right? If you get out of your contract, if you cancel your gold membership before the 2-year contract is up, an early termination fee will be charged. Again, just like cell phone companies. So, you know, and it's going to be kind of prorated on how long you kept your gold membership and things like that. So,
I mean, like a handful of people, probably a lot more than that. You're gonna fuck over with that if that was
They're
to
gonna
be
fuck
the
them
case. But
I don't like the contract, but I do like the cheap entry fee. Right? People walk into a store, they walk into Walmart, they walk into GameStop, and they go, "Hey, it's a little too expensive for me to get an Xbox." Well, now it's not expensive entry fee. A lot of people don't have $200 sitting in their wallet, but they might be able to scrape it together $100 and get it, and then say, "Hey, I can do $15 a month versus $8 a month. I can double my monthly fee, and cut in half my entry fee." I mean, it's interesting to see that, and maybe we'll see this business model, if you will, alongside the full retail cost.
If they give us the option of both of them, I mean, that'd be all right. But
Yeah.
I mean, if they give us just the contract option, I'd be pretty pissed off.
But you're gonna buy it anyway,
Probably.
right?
well, what happens
If that's the only way you can get your hands on the console,
Well-
you're gonna buy it anyway. And Microsoft knows that.
Well, dude, even with like cell phone companies and stuff. Well, I know cell phones. I mean, I don't think you can get it with like DirecTV and stuff, but I know you can buy a cell phone with no contract.
You can,
That's
yeah.
what I did.
There's a full price.
I mean, you pay
But
a
what if
full price.
what if the next PlayStation 4 comes out like it did before at $600?
I'll be buying
But-
it at $600.
But you could buy it at $199 with a contract.
I'd have to.
Your entry fee.
I'd have to look at the numbers.
Yeah.
See
It's
exactly how much money.
it's
I'm getting.
interesting
they're
to
gonna
think
get
about,
a whole
dude.
lot of people if they do this. Oh my
It
god,
is
yeah,
interesting to
just
think
freaking
about.
screw
When you
over
stop
so
and
many
think
people.
about it.
Yes.
Like the next consoles are going to be powerful,
What,
dude.
what
They're
was the
gonna be
lifespan
powerful.
of
6 years?
6
to
years?
7 years.
Tack on like how many extra dollars a
Uh-huh.
month for
Yeah.
6 fucking
Yeah.
years, bro?
Yeah.
Well, the
Interesting to
contract's
think
only a
about.
2-year
They're gonna make
contract.
a lot of money off of a lot of people if they go this route.
Yes.
And you know what? Maybe that's good because you're gonna get a lot of people who are probably iffy and on the fence about it. To jump in and be like, yeah, I'll take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, it's $99.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
But
does
then
all
when they
this
cancel
and
that contract because they're not happy with what, possibly.
it doesn't
right?
matter at that point.
No, because they're going to get their money.
Yeah, they're getting their money.
There's a credit card on file.
Man.
They're going to charge that card.
It's
That-
a cutthroat world out
It is.
there.
It is. That's what I mean. I say it's kind of interesting to see this business model take effect. But then again, it's kind of sucks. I mean, I want to see both. That right when it comes out, just like now, I can buy an Xbox full price, or I can take this $99 entry fee, and I can move in and do my 2-year contract and this and that. But
Yeah,
at
but
the s-
my suggestion is do not buy a 4 gig Xbox.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy
you just
one.
experienced
Do
that.
not buy a 4 gig Xbox.
I got one. You got one.
Dude, I have to upgrade my hard drive right now. I got a 4 gig Xbox. All the updates for Battlefield 3 will not fit on a 4 gig hard drive.
For one
That's just
game.
One game.
One game won't fit on the hard drive.
One game.
That's a shame.
Yes.
And it's kind of one of those things like, why even sell the console?
It's just
It's
that price point.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's the price
They-
point.
they-
That price
just-
point.
they trying to
bundle
attract
it with
kids with
Connect.
price
They
points
got
and stuff.
I got
they
like
got
the
you.
Connect Fruit Ninja bundle, and I
They're
got
like-
Fruit Ninja and like one other demo on there, and it's fucking full. I can't do anything with my hard
They're
drive.
like, we're selling the shit out of these Connects, but we got a bundle of these hard drives just sitting here. What are we gonna do to push these hard drives?
So I heard a rumor. This week that Xbox is already manufacturing the next box, the Xbox 720, Durango, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. I heard a rumor that they're already manufacturing it, and that may be perpetuated by the idea that they're trying to move all these Connects and they're trying to move all these consoles with this $99
That
entry
was the
fee.
first thing
They're
that
trying
I
to empty
thought.
their
They're
warehouse.
trying to
You
empty
told
it. They're
me.
trying to get them out
Yeah,
there.
trying
when
to
you
empty
told
the
me that
warehouse.
shit was $99,
Yeah,
that was the
yeah,
first thing
yeah.
I thought was
Most
that
definitely.
they're trying to get rid of all their inventory to make room for the next
So they,
generation.
so
It's gonna be
basically,
an earlier
so
launch
basically,
than-
the rumor mill is they're gonna announce at E3 that the next box is coming out this holiday.
So
season.
here's the curious question, though. Say I didn't have an Xbox. Say I bought into Xbox's $99 2-year contract gold subscription deal.
Will it
rotate?
Would it roll over?
Will it roll over into the next
that's
box?
a good question. Would it roll over to the next box? Because, dude,
it's going to be
signing into a 2-year contract.
When you bought the 3GS and the 4 came out, if you went to buy the 4, what happens? You have to renew
your contract.
So but dude, you're only in a contract for what, like 3 months?
That's the point.
4 months?
That's the point. They're gonna get.
Okay.
They're gonna get. Well, we're talking. We're talking.
So many more.
We're talking 2013. This console's gonna release. Everybody that buys an Xbox right now and gets locked into that 2-year contract, in order to move to the next box, the Durango, you're gonna have to renew your contract for 2 years. And they're gonna roll it in. So you're gonna be in 1 year. And you're going to have to roll in 2 years. They're going to get 3 years out of your ass for the price of 2. Well, you thought you were getting in for 2. No, motherfucker. You're getting in for 3 years. And that's just like phones, right? You want to do an early upgrade kind of thing.
But Sony's going to be like, we have free online services, but our console this time is $1,000.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the competition thing that we're looking at.
It's
$1,000. It's $1,000. I will not be buying a PlayStation 4 at $1,000. I'm sorry.
You're not the only one.
I wouldn't be buying it at 5. I wouldn't be buying it at 4.
I'd buy it at 4.
You buy it at 4? What about you?
4.
$400. Think about the money, dude. That's a stretch, dude. That's a stretch.
Yeah, because
$399. Would you buy it? Tell us in the comments if you're still watching the show. Tell us in the comment section below if you would buy it at $400.
What was it? $299 for the 250 gig bundle?
Yeah, right now it's about that
for the Xbox.
Yeah.
That's about what I would pay for a console.
$300 is tops, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel satisfied with that.
Yeah, but that's this gen. That's not next gen.
It doesn't matter.
So what about? What
do we know with technology? It gets cheaper through time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly.
So what if the full console price was $500? $500.
No.
But you can sign into this contract.
No.
No.
You get that shit eaten off your face. I don't
get
get
it for $150 for
signing
signing
into
this
this
contract.
No.
Huh?
I probably would.
But sign into this contract.
It would be more like it wouldn't be. I would be sitting there with both consoles in my home right now. It would be a dedication thing. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think like from this point on,
we're gonna have to make a decision.
From this point on, we're gonna have to make a decision.
It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough road.
Well, I don't know. Sony's got 20 games showing at D3, so you know,
they 20 games.
Yeah, but they got
20 games for the PS3 and the Vita.
Yeah, the Vita. That's what I'm thinking.
No games for the PS3.
They're bringing on. They're gonna announce Plants vs Zombies for the Vita, and that's gonna be a big deal. Get the fuck out of here. We're not into that shit. I mean, there's no telling what they're gonna announce, but that's just a rumor that they got 20 games coming to whatever you call it. So what?
How much of that beer you got?
I'm right there. You can go ahead and crack it. I'm good. That's all you, baby.
One?
That's all you, baby. I'm not gonna snatch it from you this week.
He got me.
Give me that beer.
No.
Okay. No. Anyway, last on the agenda, right? We're done with that. We've talked enough about that. Last on the agenda, and it's kind of exciting because all of us are pretty huge Family Guy fans. Family Guy game coming out later this year, and it's called Back to the Multiverse. And it's kind of going to be based on a single episode of Family Guy. And that's kind of one of the things that's kind of weird to me is like, you got all this
you got
backstory.
Like 8, 9 seasons.
Yeah, you got all this backstory. You're going to focus on one. But that's kind of cool again because maybe they're going to release this game as an episodic kind of thing. And they're going to get
like The Walking Dead?
Like The Walking Dead or the Back to the Future games that came out is episodic. So this one's going to be based on the episode Road to the Multiverse. And where Brian and Stewie, they travel to different universes or different times. Alternate universes using a remote control.
Well, how many episodes are you going to get out of the multiverse?
Well, this could be
that could
Back to the Multiverse could be episode 1 and episode 2 could
have a different subtitle. The series could be.
But I mean, they could just branch off of the multiverse. Like you get this.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. That's the point, right? This could be a full. We don't know much about it. It could be a full-blown retail release. It could be a downloadable game. It could be multitude of things, but. We know Family Guy game is coming out. All of us are huge supporters of Family Guy. We love love the show. It's just funny, dude.
Yeah,
Giggity,
huge-
right?
If you haven't seen the trailer for Ted, go watch that shit.
We talked about that a
Stupid
couple
funny.
episodes ago. I can't wait. I mean, we're huge supporters of Seth MacFarlane, and we know that this game is not only going to be fun, it's going to be funny. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's Family Guy. It's got to be fun.
I mean, think about how much crap that you're wasting your money on when you buy video games. Like, go buy this shit. You're gonna probably, most likely you're gonna laugh your ass off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how Family Guy
The
works.
gameplay might not be great. The graphics might not be awesome, but
No, they're not going to be
It's
awesome.
gonna look
laugh.
like Family Guy, though.
The gameplay is going to be fine. The graphics are going to look like Family Guy, but it's going to be funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's going to be interesting. And I'm hoping it's a downloadable game. I really don't see myself paying $60 for a Family Guy
if it's a
game.
No, I
retail
don't think
game,
they
it's
would do that.
SOL.
I mean, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that South Park role-playing game RPG that they're talking about. I mean, I really just can't see myself paying $60
That's
for
gonna
a
be
South
like
Park
a full
game.
price title.
That's
For a
what's-
week, and it's going to drop down to $30.
for a week. Then they're gonna sell 2
Man.
copies and go, wait a minute.
Wait, what just happened here?
I mean,
I thought South Park was popular.
here's one of the things about the next gen consoles I want to bring up real quick. Do you guys think that day and date every game that comes out is going to be downloadable?
Next gen, yes.
No.
So we talked about it before. I think that they're going to be. We're going to talk terabytes in the next gen console.
Yes.
We all seem to agree on that. We're going to talk terabytes. I mean, 500 gigs at the very minimum.
At the very
At
minimum.
the minimum.
Yes.
But contrary to that, they're releasing 4 gig consoles with the Xbox. But anyway, 500 gigs minimum, terabytes, 2
Raping that
terabytes,
consumer.
raping that consumer. So anyway, I mean, I think that day and date, every game will be downloadable, at least on the PlayStation, because they're already doing that. And I think Microsoft's going to adopt that system because, people don't want to go out to the
I
stores.
think they'll all do it.
I think they will
I think
too.
they all will.
There may be like a pre-download kind of thing to alleviate the server hits, because I mean, if everybody downloads Call of
Yeah,
Duty at the same exact time,
the PC
there's going to
does
be a
that.
problem.
The PC does that now with like Call of
You
Duty.
can pre-download a bunch of it,
yeah.
and then you get the last
Well,
final
you-
couple codes.
Yeah,
that
you
lets unlock
pre-download.
it.
You pretty much pre-download the game, and then you basically on the day of release, you just download it like basically
100 kilobyte
like, 100
unlock
kilobyte
code,
code.
yeah.
Yeah.
That unlocks it for you, and that's that. So anyway, I think that's going to be the case. Day and date, they're going to try to within the lifespan of this next gen consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox 720, and the Nintendo that's going to die. They're going to try to eliminate GameStop. They're going to try to remove a
Do
dedicated game store.
You know what?
You're going to
Do
get your
that.
games at Walmart. You're going to get your games at Best Buy. You're going to get your games at stores that carry other things. But a dedicated store for games is gone.
I think
It's
they are
absolutely
They are
gone,
trying to get rid of games,
and it's not necessary.
Well,
Especially
you know what's
with,
going
like,
to do
the-
that? You know what's going to help encourage that? Is if your downloadable game costs less than the retail game.
Yes.
Thank you.
That.
Thank you.
That and then putting
Because it cost them less.
Yes.
that and then
it
putting the
does.
codes on the used game, preventing used games from being played.
And that's already been rumored to be to
Yes.
take effect
On both consoles.
Absolutely. So, I predict that there's going to be no more used games on either console without an extra fee or an extra penalty for doing such a thing. And then the day and date, every game that releases, every single retail game that releases is going to be downloadable on each console.
Agreed.
That's my prediction. I think that's got to be the case. I mean, it just makes no sense for us to have a GameStop. For us to have whatever country you're in, whatever game store you have. It just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, that's it for episode 36 for Startup X. I'm Six Sensei. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Six Lawless.
Lawless.
Yeah, I'm so used to
Lawless.
saying Six Sensei. Thank you, Six Lawless.
No problem.
Thank you, Six Psycho.
Anytime.
Thank you for joining us on episode 36 of Startup X. I'm your host, Six Sensei. I'm out. Peace.
Later.
I kind of fucked up that extra.
Very much so.
You didn't kind of fuck it up. You just
You
take that shit.
raped that motherfucker.
You fucking raped that outro.